Hey there, this is Jacob Wood, licensed associate real estate broker and Brooklyn neighborhood expert, here to show you around my home, where I live with my wife and daughter, Fort Greene. Fort Greene is named after a Revolutionary War era general who built a garrison against the British on what is now Fort Greene Park. It's bordered by Flatbush Avenue in downtown Brooklyn to the west, Flushing Avenue and the Brooklyn Navy Yard to the north, Vanderbilt Avenue and Clinton Hill to the east, and Atlantic Avenue and Prospect Heights to the south. Now, one of the characteristics that attracts New Yorkers to Fort Greene is the easy subway commutes to downtown Manhattan from a variety of trains at Atlantic Terminal, which is also a central hub for events at Barclay Center, the big concert venue and also where the Nets play. The neighborhood has an impressive artistic history as the historic home of Walt Whitman, John Steinbeck, Truman Capote, Biggie Smalls, and Old Dirty Bastard. It continues to be an artistic hub of the borough with the Brooklyn Academy of Music, instituted in 1858 as a center for avant-garde performance, a role it fulfills to this day. It also has a laid-back and really underrated foodie scene, which we'll talk more about. Now, what I like most about Fort Greene is the versatility of character. This is Fort Greene, and this is also Fort Greene. The real estate is mostly beautiful brownstone and brick row houses, which began popping up in the 1840s, and also includes luxury rental and condo high-rises near its western border with downtown Brooklyn. It's got a Whole Foods, a new Wegmans, an Apple store, Target, as many neighborhood conveniences as any other area in New York City. The food scene is also versatile, and we got to start with the new vegan fast food chain out of Atlanta with the hip-hop following and VC funding, Slutty Vegan, at Fulton and South Portland. Founded just a few years ago by former TV producer Pinky Cole, Shaq likes it, Spike likes it, and you will too, whether you're vegan or not. Right on the same block, Havana Post, street tacos and margaritas, fantastic. If gourmet coastal Italian homemade pasta, Neapolitan seafood, and an authentic Italian wine list are more your speed, you can't do any better than Loretto at Ashland and Lafayette. Fantastic pizza, great cocktails. Yeah, there are too many other great restaurants to list. My favorites are the Mediterranean menu at Miss Ada, tapas at Colonia Verde, get the duck confit tacos, brunch at Dino and Cafe Paulette, cocktails at Baby Jane or the beer garden at DSK. Fort Greene is an outstanding neighborhood for food. The real estate in the neighborhood tends to be mostly mid-19th century townhomes, which are among the priciest in Brooklyn. Move-in ready, they cost over $1,000 a square foot and average about $3.5 million. Think $1 million per floor. They're a hot commodity as well. Only about 20 turnkey townhouses sell in the neighborhood each year. Now, if you don't have a few million to drop on a townhouse, there are some affordable post-war co-ops in the neighborhood, most notably Kingsview Homes on the west side, across the street from Long Island University. A nice one-bed will cost around $500K, and an affordable two-bed can be had for $700K. There isn't a lot of new development in the neighborhood due to the strict zoning laws associated with it being almost completely an historic district, although it has what might be the most well-known pre-war condo conversion in Brooklyn, One Hanson Place, the beacon of Brooklyn. It was originally built as the Williamsburg Saving Bank Tower and converted to luxury condos about 15 years ago. A little studio will run $550K, a nice two-bed, 1.5, and there are a half dozen 4-beds that can ask up to $4.5 million. Now, my favorite neighborhood amenity has got to be the oldest park in Brooklyn, Fort Greene Park. Built in the early 19th century, Fort Greene Park was redesigned during the Civil War by Olmsted and Vaux, the guys who designed Central Park and Prospect Park a bit further south in the borough. At over 30 acres, the park offers tennis, basketball, playgrounds, is great for picnicking, with movies and jazz festivals on the lawn in the summer. The perimeter is a great jog, almost exactly 1 mile, with hills and stairs. When my wife and I moved here, we decided we liked it because it was on the border between what we called hipster Brooklyn off the L train to the north and stroller Brooklyn off of Prospect Park to the south. And that's where we were in our lives metaphorically. And no matter where you are in your life, you're going to love Fort Greene too. Give me a call and I'll show you around. This is Jacob Wood, licensed associate real estate broker and your Brooklyn neighborhood expert.